money will never fulfill like I don't. Somebody brought this up. It's not entirely a lie to say that money doesn't bring happiness because it in a sense it kind of does, but at the same time like it just like I don't know how to explain it, but at the same time, if you spend your whole life trying to chase money, like you're gonna spend literally your whole life chasing money. That's all you're gonna spend your life doing because that once you get it, you're still gonna want more of it, and so like you just don't, you keep chasing the exact same feeling.
Very important stuff. I learned this. Okay, let me ask you a question. Don't blow your mind. Probably might not blow your mind, but probably me. Apple makes Apple phones, right? Whatever. Whatever makes what's making $10 billion every year is iPhone.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the difference between an iPhone, any other cell phone out there?
What's the difference?
The iPhones, Samsung phones, cell phone.
The only difference is that it's Apple. Like, 'cause if you actually look at the internal parts, like it's literally just a.
No, but that's beyond. But that you're not looking for internal. So Apple phones, cell phones.
Yeah.
To make calls and talk to somebody. That's it. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Browse the internet, whatever. Okay? Now, you can look for specs on the iPhone. Everybody will say the same thing. Oh, the same thing last year. Not so much. Yeah. So, right. Apple knows this.
Yeah.
Apple knows this. Right? And you know it too. But you buy Apple. So why are you going to buy Apple if you know this is not this?
Because it's the same thing. Like it's I mean, it's it's supply and demand. Two, it's like because that's the trend. You're just following what everyone else does. You're just following what exactly everyone else is trying.
I used to skip rocks in the river.
Sounds like that, right?
Reyes
But
ticketed
the
me
real
for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She didn't let us skip rocks her own self.
Which I think it's. But yeah.
Never sells you this your phone, but they never talk about this. But the thing is that it always lasts. Every time you look for an issue of an iPhone, it talks about how it can help you.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine. Belonging to a proper crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Yeah.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? I know. Mr. Thompson said I was to chaperone you about the Veil. Loan me out to you like I was Spacer's Choice property. Well, they may think I am, but I'm not. Yeah, Mr. Thompson's got a temper. But I'm more scared of missing out than I am of him. I don't want to lose my one chance at seeing the stars. Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
Yeah.
Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Mhm.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the
Yeah.
Captain, I have detected that what can I... Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Yeah.
Why are you doing? Why are you doing it? You're doing it because money and everything. Right.
In a sense, yeah. Yeah.
There's so much people. Like what they love.
Yeah.
What can I...
I like it.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Mhm.
Whether it's money involved or no money involved, I was gonna blow your mind.
Well, yeah, because money. He hasn't made money. He hasn't made money. Like they say, money is the root of all evil. Money this, money like, money. More money brings problems. Money brings, so many issues along with it. At the same time, like money, unfortunately, we depend on it. We've created it. We as humans, we've created a necessity towards money. We as a people have made money have put money on such a pedestal, like like it's
We have
just
received a communication request
so
from Dr.
weird.
Phineas Wells.
Yes, they want the money, right? Get all of that, everybody.
Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame.
Yeah, because
The Hope has some of the brightest
people
minds Earth ever sent us.
constantly chasing
If we can
money,
revive the Hope's colonists, they can help
nothing
us
is
undo
ever
the
enough.
board's mistakes.
Like-
They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find
It's
the
what you can-
chemicals to revive your fellow
what
colonists.
you do, not really what you
Gladys
do.
Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker.
Yeah.
She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Mhm.
So, learning from this article told me a lot of things.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Because when you think about it,
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love
Yeah, nobody uses that. That's true.
it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions.
Yeah, true.
The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kalkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
What's the name, guys?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another.
Yeah.
It has limits. First-generation technology, you
Yeah.
see. But promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Mainly focus on the gameplay, but you know. But at the same time, the person that's playing it has to be entertaining as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like somebody playing and.
Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely.
Yeah.
Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial?
Yeah.
What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
I always feel that my chest. I always feel that all need a
Science, that's how.
conversation.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab.
Yeah.
And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power.
Yeah.
But it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like John Witherspoon. Why listen to John Witherspoon? On TV? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're all funny. They're all funny. He's funny too. He's
Yeah.
funny on stuff, but one minute stands out to you. And emotional.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dave Chappelle, don't get me wrong. I love Dave Chappelle. But John Wick, kind of like a person. On class.
Yep.
So, I got you. I actually sit down and exercising. Right?
Yeah.
I like giving advices. I like cooking. I honestly, all those things.
Yeah.
All those things. About it.
Yeah.
I did not think about it. It's always shit from me. comfortable about it. All the things I like, something that I like
Oh yeah.
all of it. That's what I like. Oh, I started to discover a lot more things. Boss. It's like,
I remember Santos. Yeah.
society doesn't like me or whatever. But I don't like you, Shane, but I gotta give it to you. Cook chicken all the time, no matter all the time. Nothing. That's the beauty part.
Yeah.
Never thought too much about it.
Yeah.
Enjoy my cooking. That's what I got. I kind of like being creative. I like
Destination
making people happy when they eat my food. I like
reached. The groundbreaker.
but then gorgeous stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Love me up. So let's see how that goes, man. How that goes.
Yep.
I mean, right now, I can kind of like judge what was. Now that it's kind of like.
Can we talk?
I said, like,
Oh, excuse me.
I'm thinking. Practice it. Guys, I probably have to go get some.
Yeah.
You know what? I like looking at tasty videos.
Oh, tasty videos. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm loving it. I'm like, yo, this is the most interesting I've seen. Just me. I say, like, oh, right.
Mm.
But it, I think, no, I think it was curry, coconut milk, rice. I actually don't. Also,
Mm-hmm.
ever had risotto before?
No, I've never had risotto before.
Oh, I ended up eating the whole
Yeah.
process. I cook stuff. It's like I put together and stuff, but I didn't. I just put everything in because I'm too tired.
Yeah.
Until I put some. Anyways, let me see what else. Right.
It's on Audible, you said?
Okay, this is. Hold on. I looked.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to the whole thing already. I'm listening to my second time listening. Just finding your pride. I'll show you. I'm thinking. By Simon. Okay. I shot it. a lot.
Yeah.
7 chapters. Like, listen to the audio. Not that long. Find your wife.
Find your wife.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to that. Open one like last night. Oh.
Man, you're really sick, huh?
What you get? Huh?
You feel? You seems like you're sick.
Man, it's because of the weather, man. Because around this time, I want it to get a little warm. It'll look. It'll get a little vibe before it actually goes. I feel.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah. You ever did you see the ads for this game called Outer Worlds? Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds, yeah. You ever heard of this game?
I see. We're playing it.
Yeah, I'm actually playing it right now.
What's it like?
It kind of does look like I wanna compare it to Fallout. I think kind of like the same thing. So, you know, it has like the same element. It has some sort of RPG element. You have to like update your character's stats, like make sure that the character is like, you know, like it has its weird, you know.
I have too many games now, man. Go back.
Like I'm playing this because, you know, I really don't see anyone else playing it. Like I don't see a lot of people. There's people playing it, but I don't think there's like enough people playing it. I don't, you know.
Oh crap! Like my son went to a place called Baby Boss.
Yeah.
So he's officer. S. Ash.
Yeah.
Then it's fun, man. He's learning a lot.
Yeah.
My uncle. Hey, man, go ahead, play what you gotta play, man. Play what you play.
Yeah.
See us every day. A question and play.
Yeah.
What? A book. I don't know. And I advise you, man. One thing. Audible. Something that can inspire you or something. Go ahead. Very motivational, man. My son. Adam. Classmates.
Hey.
But
Miami. I bet.
I gotta get myself a new computer.
Yeah.
Next year, man, the following year, man, my computer. Parts of in the bottom, man. That's not good. That's why I like laptops, but the portability is not worth it. Money that you
Yeah, man. Armor boy. Hey, my character's going. There you go. What did he say?
So that's how it goes, man. I enjoy this computer games, man.
Yeah.
Like there's one thing on this.
Uh-huh.
What's called? What's it called, man?
What?
Something that you add in the poker, man. What's really good? I know what it's called.
They do a lot of stuff on the slow cooker. Like slow cooker is like.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's the funny thing?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
Yeah.
You got a good idea. I want to make
You got a minute?
That's not the point. This hacker just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss ball stick. I heard you the first time.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please.
Yeah.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
They what?
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side. Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock.
Oh,
of course, then you'd find yourself with an exciting new problem. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey man, go ahead and play your game, man. I'm going to get some rest, man.
Alright, man.
Yeah, take it easy.
Alright, man.
Yeah, man, go ahead, play some games.
Alright, go ahead and watch me. You can. You can't, it's okay. Have a brother out.
I'm not gonna go. What? Do I have to do it? I'm like just streaming, or just put the time that?
No, yeah, it has to be done while I'm streaming. Yeah, you have to watch me while I'm streaming.
After you finish, right?
No, while I'm streaming.
Why you stream for minutes?
You take the starch out of them.
I mean,
you won't hear any complaints
10,
from
15
me.
minutes. You don't have to.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sick bay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Yeah. Actually pretty good. This game actually, you know, this game really... Actually
He's
pretty
friendly
good.
enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for groundbreakers much.
You have to make...
Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
You have to make sure you... Not make the right choices, but you have to kind of figure out how to talk to these people so they tell you the information that you need. Yeah.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they got to depend on.
Well, that's not my character.
I'm
the
one.
You can say I'm the
all
one.
All their interstellar freighters come
person.
through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips.
This guy,
we
yeah, you go to
different
different planets.
Maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
Phineas Wells or something.
The board wouldn't do that.
And so, you essentially
the
go
board
down
is
mission
necessary
for
to
this
provide
guy.
order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative.
He's a criminal, and since he can't do it himself, he sends you you were like a colony person. You were frozen in cryogenic stasis.
So far, anyway.
And then he just
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners.
You get
Seems
armor
like
and
every
stuff.
year the board's offices get
it's
bigger
like an
and their ships
RPG
take up more of the landing base.
It's kind of like Fallout.
I haven't seen nearly as many tramp
crews
crews
comes
this year.
in, the whole Fallout, the way it's
sure thing.
The similarity to Fallout, and then it has a similarity to Borderlands because you get the weapons, you can customize the weapons, you can add mods to them and stuff. There's higher grade weapons and everything. Yeah, you have to make choices.
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
You know what I mean?
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Be seeing you.
I'm just glad.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
Yeah, it's a Xbox
Game
Game Pass.
It takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Gladys looks like they're not expecting.
You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Yeah, there is a lot of talking. That's the other part. Like, there's mad talking. 10,000 bits? God dang.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Let's hear the detail.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain.
Yeah, I've been letting it
Someone
grow.
had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get-out.
Go to sleep, you guys.
Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Yeah, it's a story-based game. Yeah, it's story-based, but like, I think you can get like different endings as you watch it, you know?
Neither do mine, dearie. Old Gladys knows the value of good work. You'll be compensated accordingly, I can promise you that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
Grandma.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Can we talk?
Craig, look! What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker.
Does she?
She's our mess.
Did you see her name is Gladys?
Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. Exactly. That all depends on Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before her mama passed, and she took the helm.
Yeah.
She's neck deep in the ship guts by day, slap fighting with the board by night. Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her. This heat problem we've got's gone unfixed for weeks. Can't say I know what the holdup is, but I'm sure she's trying her best.
You've got an engineer flying this ship, ma'am? Wow. I'd sure like to meet her.
Oh, Metal Slug.
Surely do.
Metal Slug, yeah.
She's quite capable, our Miss Junlei. Head on over to engineering if you want to find her. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now.
That's not the
Miss
new one,
Junlei's
right?
supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way.
Yeah.
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful.
Yeah.
But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you. It's almost...
Yeah.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Yeah, we'll talk to this guy.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property.
Ah, the board.
Yeah.
Organized, efficient, competent.
Ah, has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells, he tells me he will soon. I impound his ship, he explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There. I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or
yeah, exactly.
A conveniently placed note on his bedside table. You haven't read the posters.
I saw
terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. I don't intend to be. It's just a matter of trust. I hope you don't take my reticence the wrong way. I shouldn't have said anything. Now, how might I assist you? Be my guest.
Yeah.
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Yeah.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no. Best to be clear, I believe. Ask away.
I gotta go back to my ship. Well, I don't live on a colony, like... Yeah.
Are you listening to me, M'Furu?
What about the rail gliding championships?
I didn't think anyone would hate us follow that. Hell,